Now, I do have a question about, because we live in a community that's hyper exercise oriented.
Boulder?
It's
No.
hard to imagine. But if you're overcommitted athletically, does that decrease the sex drive? Have you seen? Do you know any? It's just kind of curious thinking of the kind of town we live in.
Well, what I've seen is that a lot of energy is put into exercise. So you can put that energy into your relationship. If you're overdoing the exercise, you kind of have to look at it as, okay, is it a compulsive need where I'm filling a void with exercise? Can I stop and fill this void by reconnecting in my relationship if that's the issue?
Right.
Or am I exercising for performance, a triathlon or something? And so it's kind of looking at that balance.
Interesting, yeah.
And also a lot of people distract with exercise.
Yes.
Am I going to do my homework for Becoming Orgasmic, my workshop, and take that half hour every day to look in the mirror and explore my body? Or am I going to go for my run because I'm training for this triathlon?
Right.
And I'm not saying the person going for the run is in the wrong, but it's just to notice, where am I putting my energy and why?
Right.
What am I avoiding?
Right.
And so I think exercise is just another outlet.
Another to get away from intimacy. Yeah, which is really seems like the core issue. If you overuse it, of course, like anything.
Right.
In overuse. So you had mentioned that you would like to see Boulder become the orgasmic city. What do you call it? The orgasmic center of the cosmic universe. That's my words. I just love that, and I just love the whole idea of it. So what else are you doing? I know you write for some. Tell us about what you write for and kind of where you put the word out for yourself.
I write for a couple publications. One of them, they all have a different color to them. Okay. So the more clinical color, I write for sexualhealth.com. Okay. And that's a lot of questions and answers.
Is that like, people will email you questions or email to the site, or how does that?
It's the email to the site. It's one of the most predominant sites out there. And it's run by one of my dearest mentors, Mitch Tepper.
Very good.
And he calls himself the Prophet of Pleasure. And he teaches at Morehouse School of Medicine, and he's an amazing human being. So he has been running that for years.
And that's a free service.
It's a free service.
So say it again.
Sexualhealth.com.
Sexualhealth.com. Got any questions?
So you can do questions and
answers. You're not ready to go into the office yet. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So you can get your questions answered there. And then people have always asked the same question. So if you read other people's questions, usually they answer your own question.
Right. You think you're the only person with that question. And it turns out everybody's asking the same question.
Right. Yes. Right. Then for the college population, I write for buffsecret.com.
What's that?
It's a new site, been up for maybe half a year now, maybe 8 months. And it's a site where people can anonymously submit their secret. That was a mouthful. Anonymously submit their secret.
Oh, yes, I've heard of this.
And so you can submit anything. And a lot of the things that are submitted are relevant to sex. I can't orgasm, I come too quickly, whatever the issue is in the language of college students.
Right.
And so I do a Sunday sex talk, and I answer a question there.
So is that, but that's on the website as well, or is that on a podcast?
Oh, that's on buffsecret.com. It's a website.
It is a website.
Yes,
so what do you mean you do it on Sunday?
So it's publicized on Sunday.
Oh, it's publicized on Sunday. Okay. And then you also write for the Boulder Weekly.
I write for the Boulder Weekly.
And that's called?
Sophisticated Sex. And actually, this week we're going to be looking at orgasm and adding orgasm to healthcare reform. And it's funny you said that about...
Love it. Yeah.
It's just an idea.
Yes, why not? Well, it's preventative.
It's preventive medicine.
Absolutely. Exactly. And it is free.
And it's free. Yeah. And and last week, USA Today did a study that Boulder was the #1 fit and healthy nation, the most fit and healthy city in the nation.
Yes.
And so
I saw that.
It's like
a given.
Yeah. We can do this in other areas. We can do this. If we can do general health as #1, why not sexual health as #1?
I love it. You're a wonderful advocate for it. Wonderful. And then you also write for the Boulder Jewish News.
Yes.
And that I saw Sexy Shabbos.
Sexy Shabbos.
Okay, so what is that about?
So that's sort of putting a Jewish slant on any relevant topic. So I sort of choose a topic, usually around the holidays. So I just wrote one on Purim and role playing.
Oh, very good.
You know,
because Purim is a dress-up holiday. It's
Yes.
like a Mardi Gras Jewish
Yes.
style. Yeah.
So exactly. So we look
Right.
at role play as foreplay and talk about that. So it's just sort of the Jewish twist
Right.
on whatever relevant issues and
Very
making.
fun.
Yeah,
Very fun.
it's fun.
Well, you're available to speak to
Yes.
groups, correct?
Yes.
And I think you'd be a fabulous speaker, and certainly have a
Thank
big, people always show up for sex talk because they're hoping that you'll say something that they have been afraid to say, probably.
Yeah.
Again, the big taboo, and you're taking down the walls around the taboo.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
And it's a fun topic.
There is no more
unnecessary.
fun topic. That's it. that is probably the most fun topic.
Yes.
Pretty much you'll get a good turnout no matter what. So I wish you lots of good luck with that. And
Thank
I'm
you,
just
Cindy.
thrilled to have you be part of our community and showing up with the most important priestess information of all. You have to love yourself
Yes.
in order to serve in
And
the
give
world.
yourself permission for pleasure.
Permission for pleasure.
Yes.
Spoken like a true priestess. So thank you so much. We have Dr. Jenni Schuyler has joined us today. It's just been really a pleasure, really wonderful. And you can find her on www. I have it written down, theintimacyinstitute.org. You can also, how I actually first found her was in the Boulder Weekly. So there's publications. You can find her in the Boulder Weekly, on sexualhealth.com, correct? And buffsecret.com. And if you're into it, the Boulder Jewish News as well, for a little bit different slant. So thank you again. And if you would like to know more about the Priestess Entrepreneur, you can check out my book, Priestess Entrepreneur: Success is an Inside Job. You can find this on my website at practicalpriestess.com. Thanks so much for joining us today. This has been a really hot topic with Dr. Jenni Schuyler. And this is Cindy Morris, your host of Priestess Entrepreneur Kitchen Conversations for Boulder Valley Media Alliance, Channel 22. Thank you.